made a difference in 2020 as you chose to support local and to rally behind our local businesses, clubs, organizations, and communities. We choose hope, and we're asking you to join us to motivate, inspire, and support others as we seek to not only survive, but to actually thrive. We believe that our communities can make the comeback stronger than the setback. It starts with supporting local. It is sustained by being positive and extending kindness. Please continue your extra efforts to support local. And thank you from the Edge Media Group for being a part of the greatest comeback of all time. You are making a difference.
The Edge Media Group encourages you to support local. Be sure to post what you're doing to show your support. #SupportLocal.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling the Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevators' Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
Goodwin Insurance Agency and Woodall Agency have great news. Effective January 1st, they have joined forces to provide even more options for all your insurance needs. Together, they provide the best prices and coverage from top-rated insurance companies and insure all lines of insurance. See Tori Hammett or Fred Foltz or go to insurewithgoodwin.com for more information. Don't pay too much for your insurance. Let them shop for you and save today.
Are you struggling to afford health care medications? Let Health First help you. Whether you are insured, uninsured, or underinsured, you will still be cared for at Health First Community Health Center. We offer financial and prescription assistance to all those that qualify, which is based on income and household size. Contact our office at 1-877-667-7017 for more information, or visit our website, healthfirstchc.net. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. At Health First, your health is our first concern.
Local businesses have supported us in every regard. Now it's our turn to support them.
At the Edge Media Group, we believe that 2021 will be the start of the greatest comeback of all time. You truly made a difference in 2020 as you chose to support local and to rally behind our local businesses, clubs, organizations, and communities. We choose hope, and we're asking you to join us to motivate, inspire, and support others as we seek to not only survive, but to actually thrive. We believe that our communities can make the comeback stronger than the setback. It starts with supporting local. It is sustained by being positive and extending kindness. Please continue your extra efforts to support local. And thank you from the Edge Media Group for being a part of the greatest comeback of all time. You are making a difference.
The Edge Media Group encourages you to support local. Be sure to post what you're doing to show your support. #SupportLocal.
You may have heard the rumor. It's true. Magnolia Boutique is excited to announce they're moving home. That's right. Starting June 1st, you'll find them in their original location on Princeton Road. But they need a little time to get ready for you. They'll be closed May 28th through the 31st. But June 1st, come see them. You have to see the new look and new inventory. 5120 Princeton Road, Hopkinsville. And you can always shop online at magnoliatoo.com.
It's our annual Memorial Day sale from Big Deals. Hi, Jenny here to tell you that savings abound all weekend at your Big Deals store. Now through Monday, you'll save an additional 15% on your entire purchase. No promo code necessary. Stock up on some of your favorites or try something new. We've got gift certificates for dozens of local businesses. This weekend, save big from Big Deals.
Click on Loyal Listener Big Deals at WPKYonline.com.
The News Edge is growing, and we need additional team members to help us cover local and regional news. We're looking for freelancers, part-time and full-time team members to help cover news and events in the area. We're seeking individuals who have a passion for covering and writing about local government, schools, community events, even special features on people in our area. Those interested in becoming a freelance writer, part-time reporter, or full-time journalist are invited to apply. Send resumes to Beth Mann, that's bman at WKDZradio.com. Edge Media Group, made up of WKDZ, WHBO, and WPKY, and is an equal opportunity employer.
At the Edge Media Group, we're looking for a highly creative person to become our next marketing specialist on our sales team. Our mission is to help local small businesses grow. We use our radio stations as well as all of our digital marketing products to create promotions that provide tremendous results for our clients. The position offers excellent earnings opportunity in a progressive, fast-paced environment. If this sounds interesting to you, email your resume to me.
Going to jump right into things this morning because on the phone with us is Murray State pitcher Shane Burns from Jackson, Tennessee. Shane, how are things going there in Tennessee this morning?
Pretty good. Just woke up about 30 minutes ago, grabbed a bite to eat, and kind of got a long day ahead. First pitch isn't until about 6 o'clock tonight, so we got some time to sit around, but just trying to stay active and keep going so I don't sit down for too long, and just trying to stay busy.
I was going to say a big day for you guys, the OVC tournament, and you guys have Morehead State coming up tonight.
Yeah, we do. It's going to be a fun matchup for sure. They got the best of us earlier in the season about a month ago up there at Morehead. It was a pretty good series. They took 2 or 3 from us. Which their field up there kind of plays in their favor. Their right field is about 250 with that big net, and it's kind of a false sense of engagement when you're playing up there, just because there's so many balls that hit off that net that routine fly balls or whatever. But we got a good park this weekend that kind of plays like our field, so it should be a good matchup, and to kind of see where we are. But us and Morehead, kind of OVC, things kind of got heated in between us in that series, so it should be fun to get out there and try to get a win today. Well, and you will be on the mound tonight for the Racers, right? Yeah, I was making the start. So last time against Morehead, I pitched 4 innings against them. That was the time I was coming off of coach 60 pitch count limit. So that's the only time I've really been shut down this year is when I came back, and it was against them. Like I said, I sat out for 2 weeks because I had COVID protocols and whatnot, and that was actually a really good start for me. I only allowed 1 run through 4, and pitch count was pretty low. Like I said, it was 55, 60 pitches, so I was feeling pretty good that day. So hopefully just get right back on that and left off there. Well, after missing a couple of weeks, do you think you've come back pretty strong? Yeah, surprisingly I did. I had to stay towards myself, for those 2 weeks and kind of throw by myself and throw to a net. See, I never saw a person, when I was throwing baseball in those 2 weeks because, I couldn't play catch with anybody. So that was pretty tough and challenging for sure. But when I came back, I threw 1 live session on that Monday, and then we left that Thursday, and I ended up pitching that Friday night. And like I said, they had me on a pitch count, but I felt pretty fresh, felt pretty good, and I kind of surprised myself on where I was going to be, just because 2 weeks in the middle of the season, that's kind of a long set down, and that's the only thing you really can do with it. And, you just had to do what you had to do with it. And times are not normal right now, but, had to do what we could with the best opportunities we have. Well, and the COVID protocols helped the team there because you guys aren't around each other a whole lot anyway, so you were kind of isolated even when you found out that you were positive. Yeah, it was good because I didn't contact trace anybody at the time. I woke up at about 3 a.m. I think it was a Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and I had a fever. I knew I did, and really didn't think much of it. Kind of took some Tylenol, went back to bed, and then woke up the next morning and thought it'd be best to get tested just to make sure, just in case, because I didn't want to go in the locker room and then spread it to every other guy, and then we'd be shut down for 2 weeks as a program. So I took the initiative to go get tested, even though I didn't want to, and set out for 2 weeks. But that's what we had to do to make sure we didn't get shut down for 2 weeks. But yeah, I didn't know, nobody else got, contact trace from me. So that was the good that came out of that. Well, and they kind of keep the pitchers apart anyway, just for that reason, right? Right. Yeah. So like our weight rooms and everything that we do, positionally and everything, they try to keep us away as much as we can just for that reason, just because, you don't want, 6 or 7 guys going down at the same time and you have no infielders or, anything like that. So sometimes a lot of our pitchers might be mixed up into our position players just because, if one pitcher goes down, you don't want 7 pitchers going down. You'd rather have one pitcher here or an outfielder there. That's the way things are kind of looking here is, they're kind of mixed up into groups to where, if one guy goes down, it won't be as devastating as losing 6 or 7 pitchers. It's, one guy here, one guy there. So we kind of do the best we can with what we got.
Again, the Murray State Racers are playing Morehead State tonight in the OVC tournament in Jackson, Tennessee. And Shane, you guys got down there yesterday and were able to work out a little bit on the field in preparation for the tournament?
Yeah, we did. We left Murray at about 10:15 yesterday, and we arrived here just before I think at 12:15. So it wasn't too bad of a drive. Got off the bus and we got stretched and had some in and out and took BP, and it was a pretty quick session. And the rest of the day we just kind of sit around and watched a lot of SEC baseball and watched the tournament, and not a lot going on right now. Like I said, a lot of downtime with us playing at 6 o'clock today, so we just got to kind of stay locked in for that long a time, which we really ain't used to. We played a couple of our series around 5 o'clock, but most of our season we've been playing games at around noon and 1, so it's kind of tough to stay locked in all day and make sure you're hydrated because it's going to be hot today, and make sure that we're taking care of our bodies throughout the day.
Well, were you able to get on the mound there, and have you pitched down at that ballpark before?
I have not. I have never pitched down here at this ballpark. I played many games as when I was a kid, 12U and 13U and whatnot, but those ballparks are across the street. But I've never played at this minor league stadium. But when we got down here yesterday, a lot of our pitchers were able to get up there on the mound, just kind of visualize, and see the backstop, and kind of see what we're going to see throughout the game. Because a lot of people may not think about it, but it does play a big role in what you're going to do. When you're looking at the stands, kind of your depth perception when you get up there. So it does play a big role to get up there on mounds at new stadiums.
Well, and I guess each mound is just a little different. Does that go into the game planning when you're getting ready to pitch?
Yeah, some mounds may play different. Some may be higher, some may be lower. But, I think the biggest thing is just kind of looking at your backdrop because, there's some stadiums that will walk in. When we play Arkansas this year, they have a big backdrop, a lot of stands, a lot of fastball or a slider. So you're going to have all three working. You're going to have your fastball, slider, change up, and, obviously you got to attack the zone. But, it's pretty tough to pitchers only 2. So, if you're going to be successful in the postseason, you're going to have all three working because, like I said, everybody's locked in, and it's at a different level when you're postseason. So pitcher or hitters are going to be seeing the ball a little bit better, and, you see series loss all year. So, we have a little out there to prove to let them know that we deserve to be there because maybe some of those teams don't think that we deserve to be there since, all three of those teams took the series from us in the middle of the year. So, yeah, a lot on the line for us, and looking forward to, hopefully dogpiling on Saturday night.
Yeah, SEMO is the number 1 seed, and maybe you guys will see those in the second round if you get past the first round. But, like I said, a big weekend for you guys. And do you guys talk about trying to get to the NCAA tournament, or are you guys just trying to take it one game at a time?
Like, a little bit of both. We talk about how cool it'd be to go up and play Vanderbilt in a regional, or go down to Oxford and Ole Miss and play them, and face Kumar or Jack Leiter. The 2 or 3 guys that lead the NCAA in pitching and the atmosphere and SEC. And but no, we got to take care of this weekend, or none of that happens. So we talk about a little bit of both, but we also got to stay within ourselves, just because, OVC comes first. And then once we do that, then obviously we'll be, excited to see where the NCAA places are on Monday. So just kind of taking care of ourselves right now and taking it one game at a time. But, we would be human if we didn't think about, playing interregional.
We're talking this morning with Murray State pitcher Shane Burns. He will be on the mound tonight when the Racers open OVC tournament play against Morehead State. Shane, you said talked about being sick during the season. How do you feel right now, and how do you feel like you're throwing the ball right now?
The season for me has kind of been a roller coaster. Not the season I necessarily wanted, but we're winning ball games. I feel fine. Earlier in the year, I kind of had some trouble getting going. In the middle of the season, for about a 4 or 5 week stretch, I was throwing the ball real well, pounding the zone and getting guys out. And last 2 or 3 weeks, not my best outings, but not terrible. Just trying to get back in the groove and finding things. But overall, my body feels fine. You're gonna fail at times. You ain't gonna go out there and throw up 7 zeros every time you go out there. So the biggest thing is just handle the adversity and have a damage control. that was one of the things that, Coach Downs always preached in high school is, when you go out there and give up 2 or 3 runs, you can't let that keep piling on to you. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. If I go out there and give up 2 runs in the second inning, you got to damage that and get your offense back in there. You're going to give up runs at this level, but you got to learn how to handle yourself or to get the best of you for sure.
Well, I was going to say one thing when you're talking about college baseball, it looks like in every lineup 1 through 9, everybody can hit.
Yeah, absolutely. You get in high school and you get past that 3 or 4 hitter, against a good team, you're fine. You can just sit there and cruise and throw fastballs by them. But, at this level, like I said, 1 through 9, they can give up home runs at any time of the game. So you got to really, focus on what you're doing. And like I said, at the college level, some people not realize this either. Pitchers do not hit, so there is a DH for them. So there is no easy out there. So 1 through 9, like you said, is going to be pretty difficult.
Well, looking ahead just a little bit, I know you guys don't want to look too far ahead yet, but do you have any plans to pitch anywhere this summer? And I think you threw 55 innings this year. Is that a good workload for you, or would you like to work a little more?
I think 55 innings, obviously, which I got cut, 2 starts. I should be looking at about 65 or 70 innings with about 10 innings. Let's just say you go 5 a start. I lost when I was sick with COVID. But, this summer I think I'm just going to stay at home and, just stick around and work. I don't think they want me playing anywhere this summer. They haven't since I've been there. Last time I played summer ball was for the Hoppers my senior year coming out of high school. And I don't think they have plans for me to go anywhere. Most of the time the guys that go and play summer ball is usually your bullpen arms that only throw about 20 to 25 innings. And, they want to go and get some more work in the summer and throw another 20, 25 innings, which would have put them at 55 or 60, which like I am today. But no, I think they just want me to send me home and take care of myself and be ready for the fall.
Well, you are getting the start tonight in the OVC tournament opener against Morehead State. Did you guys just kind of keep the pitching rotation the way it's been all season? And when did you find out you were going to start the first game?
Oh, yeah. The pitching rotation's kind of been mostly the same. Last weekend our series got bumped up to Thursday, Friday. To normally it'd be Friday or Saturday. The OVC does that just for pitching purposes because the tournament does start earlier in the week. But I've known that I'm going to start in the tournament, I guess, since last week. They kind of told me after my start against Austin P that I would be the guy on Thursday. And, that's when I started, prepping for Morehead and kind of just diving in and seeing, what they've been doing and what I can do to get guys out, because last time I went out there I had a lot of success, but that was a month ago. So you never know what could change in their approach and what they're doing over a month of time.
Well, good luck to you guys tonight. And just one more question. The Predators are down 3-2 to the Hurricanes with Game 6 tonight. Pred's going to pull it out.
I hope so. We're coming back to Nashville, so we play pretty well at home. So I don't know about that Game 7. You got to win one on the road if you're going to win championships. So I'll be keeping an eye on it, but I'll worry about that after tonight.
Yeah, you guys need to make quick work of Morehead State tonight so everybody can go watch the Preds after that.
I agree. I'm right there with you.
All right, thanks, Shane. Appreciate it. Good luck and pitch well.
All right, appreciate that. Thanks.
That is Shane Burns, Murray State pitcher. He's on the mound tonight. The Murray State Racers playing Morehead State in the first round of the double elimination OVC tournament down in Jackson, Tennessee. Need to get to a break here on the show. We'll be back with more on the Sideline Report right after this here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy offers a wide range of family-friendly classes as well as personal training, yoga, gymnastics, sports training, cardio, and weightlifting. Trilogy has something for everyone. Trilogy now offers an app with online workouts, live classes, nutrition tracking, and more. Search Trilogy Performance Sports in your app store. Use sign-up code 1824. For app info and more, follow them on Facebook.
Life is filled with moments we share with those we love, worry about, and strive to protect the most. At Woodman Life, we provide life insurance and retirement products to help protect you and your family so that you can enjoy all the moments to come.
This is Josh Ray, your local Woodman Life agent. Come see us at 1009 West Main Street or give us a call at 365-6111.
Certain eligibility and age restrictions apply. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
The
The Comeback Job Fair is coming to the Bruce Convention Center Thursday, June 17th.
This job fair is free to employers. Just register your business by June 5th.
Wireless internet, electrical hookup, and interview space will be available. Contact Tom Scholler at West Kentucky Workforce through email.
tom.scholler@ky.gov.
That's tom.scholler@ky.gov.
The Comeback Job Fair is free for employers. Just register by June 5th.
Again, this regional job fair will be Thursday, June 17th at the Bruce Convention Center in Hopkinsville.
This is the Sideline Report on 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Todd Griffin in the WPKY studios. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Thanks to Shane Byrne for joining us from the OVC tournament in Jackson, Tennessee. Got a lot of tennis players and coaches in the studio with us right now. We'll be talking to them when we come back here in just a minute. Stay with us on the Sideline Report here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress.
From the Weather Edge Weather Center, dense fog advisory in effect until 9 o'clock this morning for the entire listening area. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies today with a high 87 degrees. Tonight, 80% chance of rain and thunderstorms. Overnight low down to 66. 80% chance of rain and thunderstorms on Friday with a high 77. Clouds on Saturday with a high 65 degrees. Once again, our forecast today, dense fog advisory in effect until 9 this morning. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies. High near 87 degrees today. Right now, 62 and fog around the listening area.
Need cash fast? Get the money you need. Call ABC Finance now.
It seems like everyone is going on vacation except you. There's nothing you'd love more than to escape with your family for a few days.
Don't let money worry stop you. Visit ABC Finance.
Hi, this is Jody Lamb at the Princeton ABC Finance location.
And this is Todd Morse at the Hopkinsville location.
We can help you take that family vacation you've been dreaming about.
At ABC Finance, we provide loans up to $15,000.
We are locally owned and staffed, and decisions are made quickly, usually within an hour.
No appointment is needed. Walk-ins are welcome.
You can even give us a call and we will take your application over the phone.
Or you can apply online at abcfinanceonline.com.
And like us on Facebook.
ABC Finance in Hopkinsville on Fort Campbell Boulevard next to O'Charlie's and in Princeton Plaza. ABC Finance. All loans subject to normal credit approval.
We are back on the Sideline Report here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to talk some tennis now. Got a lot of tennis players at the mics here in the studio. First of all, I want to talk to Jordan Hammett and Ryan Hammett, the region doubles champions. And Jordan, first of all, congratulations to you guys. Were you guys pretty confident going into the regional tournament?
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about...
They also had good competition to get there. And so we just knew we had to play well, and that's what we did, and we won. So,
what was the decision for you guys to play doubles instead of singles?
I think overall it was just it'd be a great experience, us being brothers, and so we just kind of went with that. Like, we'd have a lot of fun doing it. So,
Ryan, how do you think you guys played up there? Obviously, pretty well, coming back with the big trophy.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best matches that we've played. Those were as a team together.
What was your thoughts on getting a team with your brother at the regional tournament?
We just knew it would make for good memories in the future.
Well, do you guys play a lot when you're not in competition with the high school team? Or, I mean, obviously you guys work together pretty good.
Yeah, we go out there sometimes, and we have lessons usually.
What was kind of the game plan for you guys going in? Just try to play as well as you can?
Just work together, not get mad at each other, and yeah.
Are you excited now to get to go to the state tournament next week?
Yes, sir.
What's kind of the game plan for that?
I guess just the same one. Just hit the best shot we can and not get mad.
Well, your dad's standing behind you, Tori. How'd your boys play up at the regional tournament?
Yeah, so to answer some of the questions that they won't elaborate on, yeah, it was tough getting them to join together as a doubles team. Ryan, I think, is just more geared towards singles, and Jordan had played doubles most of his history. So in talking to him about the opportunity for the most success, I thought doubles would be better for them. And of course, Ryan fought that a little bit till the memory idea came up. I told him, I said, look, at 35, man, you're sitting there with a couple kids each, they're cousins, and you're able to tell the story of the year you got to play with your brother. Everybody would appreciate that at that age. So you need to really consider it. So I didn't make them. I let them kind of talk through that, and they decided, yeah, that's probably an okay deal. They'll say I made them, but I just really tried to influence them. But it has been pretty cool. I mean, we kind of strategically moved around and created what we thought was some good opportunities for the kids, and they did play really well. They played together. They played most of the tournament in the lead. So while they, brothers kind of bicker back and forth like they do, they handled it pretty well. There was a couple times where they lost 2 straight games in a match that, they could have kind of blown up and maybe had a tougher deal, but they handled it really well. And I think I think they've grown together playing doubles. They're better today than they were a month ago or 2 months ago when the season started. So it's been a good experience for them that they may still not realize how much they'll appreciate it, but in a few years down the road they'll know that was a good time for them.
Well, not just the doubles championship, but you get the team championship as well. Is that something that was on the radar when you went to Henderson?
Yeah, I didn't know. Of course, Steve and I talked about it, and Steve was asking me about it, and I'm like, it can't happen. It can't happen. And he said, well, are you sure? And I'm like, it can't happen. Like, we can't generate enough points, I'm afraid, because, we got some young kids. We got some kids that have gotten better this year, but they're still a little, just a little behind on advancing to the point where they can win some matches against what I knew was already in the tournament. A kid shows up out of the blue at Fort Campbell that was a baseball player, and we watched him, and I thought, gosh, that's going to be a tough out. The UHA boy that they call him their 3rd seed, I think he's the best one on their team, period. I knew he was going to be in the singles, so I knew it was going to be kind of a tough sledding for our singles group. But then in finding out that the way the buys work with the seeded teams, which of course Jordan and Ryan were seeded, so they got a buy which generates a point, and then we had a good draw, so we generated some points through the draw, getting a few buys, and then so after day 1 she sent us the total points, and we had 6, and everybody had 5 below us, and 4 and 3, and I was doing the math on who they had left, and I we weren't going to tell them, and Steve's like, yeah, we should tell them that, if either one of them won, or if one lost and the other won the whole thing, chances were we were going to win it outright, not even with a tie. So we talked a little bit about that, and Billy and Graydon played really well. I believe they beat that team 50-50. If they played the Hopkinsville team, I think they can beat them 1 out of every 2 times they're probably going to beat them, and they just couldn't generate a point when they needed it, but of course, Jordan and them going on to win it, we were able to win as a team, and we came back here. You came out and helped us celebrate that with a picture. So I didn't see that coming. And it's funny. I hadn't even told Steve this yet, but the Madisonville coach texted me that night after his singles player had won it and said, I just want to tell y'all how good a job y'all did. It's really hard to win the region, and just congratulations, good job. Cowboy boys win the region's really, really nice, and he just said, good, congrats. So we thanked him for that. But yeah, it's nice. I was looking at the football banquet as I was sitting there because I had Jordan and Leighton there. I was looking at the trophy case, and I saw some tennis trophies in there, and I thought to myself, we probably can't put one in there this year. We're going to have to build for the future to add to that. So I did not see that coming, and total credit to the kids because they generated that. This other doubles team that I know you'll talk to in a little bit, they highly attributed to that because it could not have been done. Well, one team can't do it. One doubles team can't do it. One singles guy can't do it. Thus, we beat Madisonville because they took their kids, their 2 best kids, to singles, and you sacrifice. You got to play the kind of play the game. So, it worked out really well. So yeah, we were like ecstatic about that. Can't wait to hand that trophy off to the trophy case at Caldwell County High School.
Yeah, one thing people might not realize, even if you get a win here or there someplace, somebody doesn't make the semifinals, those wins still count toward your team total.
Yeah, they do, and backing all the way up to getting, we generated a few points just because we had deserved and drew a few buys, so that was great. And, if a kid forfeits, you generate the point for that because that would have been a match you wouldn't have had an opportunity to win. So I didn't know that going in, so it worked in our favor. It helped some other teams too it's just that with wins pushed us over the top.
Well, we do have Billy Wallace and Graydon Miller with us today as well, and made it all the way to the semifinals and get to go to the state tournament. Billy, what was kind of y'all's game plan going into the regional tournament?
Our really game plan was really just to get out there and just do what we do and try to win. Our main goal was really just to meet Jordan and Ryan in the finals and beat them, but we fell short, unfortunately.
Well, and you guys had the number 3 seeds in your way, and you were able to knock them out.
Yeah, that one was a tough battle. That Colton kid, he's a really nice shot.
Graydon, how did you guys play the whole tournament up there?
I think we had our moments where we weren't doing so hot, but we played good as a team together and ended up doing pretty well.
Is this your first season playing tennis?
This is my first full season. Last season wasn't really much of a season.
Well, how did your game come along as the season progressed?
I think for me, just as the season progressed, I just got better, and I think that's the way most people on the team were. Just had to build up until the tournament.
Coach Steve Cookie Hicko is also back there, and we'll get him to a mic and let him talk about these two teams here a little bit. Both teams reaching the semifinals. That was a big boost for you guys in your program.
It was. Like Tori's already mentioned, these are 4 of the young men of 14. And we can't disclose out the other players on the team. We had 5 girls and we had 9 boys, and every one of them played a part, whether they realize it or not. They're not here this morning. They're not going to Lexington, but they played a part every day we practice with these kids. Plus, you can't throw out Raymond Sims and Mel Purcell. Going to Ken Lake and getting those lessons, these kids are determined to get better. Unfortunately, Ryan is a senior, and he's our only senior. And I'm sorry, Jordan. Sorry, Jordan. I look more at Ryan anyway. But anyway, yeah, it was a good experience for these young men, and hopefully the community jumps on board. And if they see them, this is just another sport in Caldwell County, and hope they understand that we have other sports, but this one here is very meaningful to these young guys.
Well, and Jordan, you get to go to UK, and then you get to go to UK, so it's a pretty good deal.
Yes, sir.
What's kind of the hopes and game plan for next week?
Just to get up there and just to enjoy the experience. Those are the best players around the state, so we know going in that it's going to be a much harder competition. So hopefully we can get down there and win at least one match. But we just want to go down there and play as best as we can and just leave proud of ourselves.
Tori, what is the schedule coming up for next week?
Yeah, so they haven't had the draw yet, so we don't really know for sure. But we're told that everybody will play Tuesday morning, so we'll go up Monday evening. Thankful for the school allowing us to get us up there and give us some resources to be able to pull that off. So we'll show up Monday night, probably take these guys to dinner and celebrate a little bit. What is the end of celebrating winning a region, because then we're going to focus on trying to win the state. Focus on winning some matches at state. Focus on competing, because it's not okay to go up there and just be happy with the fact that we got there. That's a no-no. Like I can't stand the thought of that. So there are some draw issues. Our kids here won't be seated at the state level, so it'll be a blind draw. So they could draw the number 1 doubles team in the state, or they could draw the worst team up there of the 64 in the state. So there's some good fortune in that, but it's just 2 more kids that got dressed that morning, so it really doesn't matter. You just go play and compete and do what you can. And I want to say for Billy and Graydon, because these kids aren't used to talking on microphones, so they don't give you what you want. Trying to pull it out of them, it's tough. But 2 really good athletes who are getting better at the sport of tennis, and that athleticism got them wins this year, and then got them a win against that 3rd seed by kids who maybe fundamentally might play better tennis, but because the athletes that they are and getting to the ball, and them kids couldn't hit winners on them, they had to beat them or get them to make unforced errors just because they were so athletic. And the point that, 1 point doesn't win a game, right? Like the first point's as important as the last point. However, the last gets a lot of weight. But Graydon got a ball that was perceived by the other team not to have hit twice on our side. That didn't. He dove, cut his knee doing it. But there's not many more other people on our team that could have got that ball. and he got it, extended the point. They didn't like it, so they had to replay that point. We didn't have to, but these guys, being a gentleman, said, well, we'll replay the point. And they popped off 3 in a row and beat them. Took the third seed out, put them in position to have an opportunity to go to the state. So it's great athleticism, fast, quick, fun to watch, aggressive, and getting better at the sport. So I'm thankful for them. We saw that Steve and I talked about it. We saw that they would make a good doubles team, just being able to cover everything related to the court and have a chance maybe to get some wins. And for the last couple of weeks, they've been playing Jordan and Ryan in doubles at practice some, a set here and there, and competing pretty well. A few times pushing them further than I think they thought they could push them, and further than Jordan and Ryan thought they could be pushed. So it was really good for both of them that they had to play some pressure doubles against each other. So I'm ecstatic for them. Super happy that they're both going to be back and got Ryan back. It'll be sad to see Jordan go, but he's off to bigger and better things. And so Caldwell looks good for the future to be able to go push for boys. And the girls coming along, Steve said Mel and Raymond helped a lot. And then just some open court time with Raymond Janina coming out and spending some of his just non-quote tennis, Caldwell tennis time, but just friendly, hey, I'll.
Oh. And then I think we got to 8-9, and then he got that nice shot. And then we just finished it after that.
Yeah, that had to be a big win for you guys and a big boost of confidence.
It sure was.
Looking ahead to the state tournament, what's the goal for you guys going up there?
Really just to go out there and just try our best. Like Jordan said, they're the best kids in the state. Hopefully not get smoked. But we go out there and try our hardest.
Well, there are some good players up there, but Torrey, Caldwell County kind of has a history of sending some people up there and getting a win or two at the state tournament.
Yeah, Coach Farmer and Janina, it's not new for Caldwell to go to the state tournament. They've had some good teams. They've had some regional championship teams, and we just wanted to carry the torch and give these kids an opportunity in what is a killer sport. I mean, it's a great sport. I think there's some momentum generated in some younger kids that may come out and do that as well. It's a great opportunity to compete. These are multi-sport athletes that are competing at a high level, winning region. So kids should want to be involved in that. It's a great opportunity for them to have a chance to show their athleticism through one of their different sports from what they play. So, yeah, there was a incredibly nice foundation of Caldwell tennis from Coach Farmer and Coach Janina. And just in this period of time where Steve and I are kind of working with the kids, we just want to keep it going, bring younger kids into the program, and just keep it on the map. Caldwell tennis is on the map in Region 2 for sure, taking another step, kind of like Bell did at the state level. It requires commitment, it requires commitment and time. And that's kind of what we're pushing the kids to do. We've got a 1 day a week. Caldwell has never had a tennis clinic, so to speak. Like I grew up in Mississippi at a tennis clinic all week long during the summer. That's not been here, but we've got a 1 day a week. Mel and Raymond Sims are going to do 2 hours 1 day a week here at Caldwell in a kind of a summer clinic type deal. And that will allow kids not just to be tennis season kids. You can't be a tennis season only kid and expect to compete at a high level. You can win some in this region. But we don't want that. That's not the kind of kids that we want. We want it's okay if that's all we can get, but we want kids that are grinding to be top level tennis. So that's the goal. Win, Caldwell win. That's it.
Need to get to a break here on the show, talking tennis this morning with the Caldwell coaches and players. Back after this here on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY weather.
Life. We all want choices. Men and women want to pick what they want. When it's time to select that special truck, Trice Hughes in Princeton has the variety. 3 brands to choose from: Chevrolet, GMC, and Ram. Whether you're a farmer, whether you're pulling a camper with your favorite person, or whether you just want to drive a truck, Trice Hughes in Princeton has your truck. Stop by and pick out your truck today.
Find them on Highway 91 North Princeton or at tricehughes.com.
Hey, it's Tess. Join me Friday, May 27th at Food Giant in Princeton. We'll be kicking off the King's Kitchen Food Drive. King's Kitchen is stepping up to feed the children of Caldwell County this summer, and the crew at Food Giant is stepping up to help King's Kitchen. Food Giant has made the shop.
If I didn't say it earlier, congratulations on winning the region and getting to go to state. And anybody have anything else to add on the regional tournament?
Yeah. Like It was just a great experience, like making memories with my brothers out here. Like, they mean so much to me, and like, I don't know where I'd be without these guys right now. Like, I probably wouldn't be like as good at tennis as I am, which I'm not saying I'm better than any of them, but like, I wouldn't be where I was if I didn't have these guys competing with me and pushing me to be better than I am right now.
Well, were you guys kind of excited to get ready to go up to the regional tournament and compete up there?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun on the bus rides. We usually play some really good music that Coach Torrey doesn't agree with, but mostly like rock, 80s rock and roll.
Well, that's not bad. 80s rock's great.
I mean, yeah. I like that. It's just the volume level. and the singing of them screeching over the volume level. I love loud music.
Sometimes we get confused and think we're the Caldwell County choir team.
Yeah, that's right. Choir team. Put them on.
Well, Jordan, when you guys went up there, did you think winning the region was a good possibility for you guys?
Yes, sir. We both felt like we had a really good draw, so we felt like we could have made the semifinals pretty easily, and that's when we would have. That's when we experienced the tougher competition, and we had played these guys before. Both the Webster team we played in the semifinals and the Hopkinsville team that we played in the finals. So we were well prepared for everybody that was in our path. So we knew what we had to do to beat them, and that's what we did, and we won. So.
Great. And what was kind of your thought process going up there? Because I guess this was your first regional tournament.
Well, going in, of course we want to do as good as we possibly could, but we weren't necessarily expected to be going to state, and just to pull off that win, that second match, just really huge for us.
Ryan, talk about your experiences up at the regional tournament, and again, you guys must have played pretty well to come back with the regional championship.
So it was a great experience, and hopefully it can help us in the state tournament and for the rest of my 3 years playing.
Tori, again, what's kind of the game plan going up to state, and good luck to you guys up at the state tournament.
Yeah, I think they've played so much together, they kind of know how they're going to play. I think once we see who we draw, we'll have a perspective on trying to research real quick what would be weaknesses for these guys. What was their schedule? Who'd they beat? Who'd they play? What region are they from? Jordan and Ryan had an opportunity to beat a McCracken doubles team at the sectional tournament, which was a big win, probably their toughest match of the year. So I think they know that they can compete. Draw is important, but I think they know they can compete at a level outside of Region 2. And then, of course, Billy and Graydon, having played these two, and more competitive every time they play them, I think will give them some confidence that, hey, we don't really have to be scared of anybody. Go play hard as you can, play smart as you can, play together as you can, and you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen, because that ball can bounce weird. Somebody serves not on, the other team gets down or bickering, or somebody tweaks an ankle. You just never know. So go give it all you got. It's bonus time. So go compete, represent Caldwell well, be gentlemen while you're there, and get better doing it and have fun, make some memories.
Well, Steve, do you guys have your plans set? Do you know where you're going to eat while you're up in Lexington?
Well, that's one thing. Miss Farmer is guiding me quite a bit on some things that we're going to do, and we're going to finalize it Friday morning up at the school, some things. And she, and I mean, her and Raymond have been there several times, so I mean, you got to lean on people that's done this before, and so that's unfortunately, fortunately, Miss Farmer is helping me get through all of this. But going back to one of the questions you asked Jordan and them, when you're in the seeding process, they were the #1 seed. That's tough, because everybody has nothing to lose and everything to gain when they play a team like that. And so for them to step up the way they did their game was tremendous on their part. And then, of course, with Graydon and Billy, when we stuck them together later in the season just to see what they could do together, I don't know what goes on in a 15, 16-year-old kid's mind during that time. And I told Tori, I said, I think they got a pretty good draw, in my opinion. But if they can get past that first round, then I think it's going to get a little easier. And so kudos to them and the rest of the team that helped provide the way for the tennis team this year.
Well, good luck to you guys. Again, congratulations on the regional championship, and look for a couple of wins up at the state tournament. Anybody with anything to add before we get out of here? Nobody?
I know they're thankful for y'all WPKY taking the time to let them on. So, guys, thank Todd.
Thank you.
We're here having fun. He's doing his job. So we appreciate them giving Caldwell Tennis opportunity to grow the program and push towards a bigger and better future.
Well, I saw a lot of matches this year, and like you mentioned during the show, from the first of the year to the end of the year, big-time improvement.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you guys at State. Appreciate you coming in this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is Caldwell County tennis coaches Steve Cookie-Hicko and Tori Hammett, and players Jordan Hammett, Ryan Hammett, Billy Wallace, and Graydon Miller. And we do appreciate everybody coming into the studio this morning and being on the Sideline Report. Also, big thanks to Shane Burns, Murray State pitcher. Shane's going to be on the mound tonight when the Racers take on Morehead State down in Jackson, Tennessee in the OVC tournament. So that's going to wrap up a busy Sideline Report for today. Thanks a lot for being with us. This is Todd Griffin. You've been listening to the Sideline Report here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
WPKY, Princeton.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Another week with fewer people putting in for unemployment.
We came in at 406,000. That is a new pandemic low for initial claims. That's the week ending May 22nd. Now to continuing claims, a little bit better than expected here as well. We came in at 3.642 million. We're still seeing some pressure on these numbers, even though it is a new pandemic low, because you still got overall maybe 14, 15